we are ready to start the discussion for our topic. What is the best age to get married? So, what is your opinion?
In my opinion, I think it's 28 years old. According to the modern educational system, women will be graduate on 25 years old, then they will went on to work for few years. They were facing challenging gaining the life experience and different relationship from their working situation. They also have enough time to enjoy their single life with their friends and family. They have become independent and able to handle the problem they will be facing. They also have economic independence and able to share family expenses with their lover. How about others?
From my point of view, the women's market value declines steadily as they age. So I believe that age 25 to 30 is the ideal age to get married and have children, because there are some risks if married and pregnant at age 30 and above. I still think it's a good idea to get married at that age, because I hear some of my friends say they are highly satisfied with their life unmarried. Thus, I rather marry at age 25 to 30 than at late 30, because that is when fertility begins to decline and the probability have healthy children also decrease. Besides that, I wanted to have 2 and more children when I'm still young, so this is why I want to marry at age 25 to 30. Finally, I will be more happy and satisfied with my marriage at age 25 and 25 to 30. What is your own opinion regarding on this topic?
I agree with both of you, but I want to add something. In my opinion, I prefer age between 18 years old until 24 years old, because as a Muslim and from Muslim perspective itself, we heard that there are a lot of issues regarding abandoned babies nowadays. So by getting married earlier, we can avoid from doing forbidden thing, or as we say haram, such as unlawful sexual intercourse. Besides, we can be more mature because there are a lot of responsibilities that we need to take care. So how about?
Okay, I'm also agree with what Husna say. First of all, as the man and woman getting married, they will become more responsible to their daily schedule. So their daily schedule will become more systematic than before they are married. Besides, they also will have longer time to know each other well. They also their tendency to get more children become higher, because their time is longer with each other.
Okay, in my opinion, I think that 30 years old and above is the best age to get married. Nowadays, many families facing a lot of problem in financial problems. In this range of age, we will have stable jobs and stable income. We are able to have our own properties like car and house, so we no need to worry about where we should live. We wouldn't have transport problems. Besides, our family wouldn't face any financial problems. We would have a more comfortable family without worrying spending of the family. Okay, let's stop our discussion part 1 here and continue it in the next discussion. Thank you. Okay, good evening everyone. Today we would like to have a discussion here. Earlier in the earlier discussion, we brought up an interesting point about the best age to get married. Let's discuss about that a little bit more. Does anyone have any opinions here?
I'd like to say something, sir. Husna, are you saying that by getting married can make people become mature and responsible?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I have to disagree with you. I think that the range of age between 18 to 24 is too young for marriage, because they miss out on the need to live on their own way. They change their living life from a parent's home to a new home with their comfort. They will miss this step. They thought 18 years old may have some character bent, but they also thought they are fully formed and will have their own idea in place during 20 years old. But do you think a person able to change dramatically in few years to improve themselves, this will contribute an unhealthy marriage?
Okay, I agree with you, but I will give a positive feedback on that. From my point of view, I think that um, when we get married earlier, we need to find a new home, right? We cannot live with our parents anymore. So, by uh, looking for a new house, we are encouraged to be like more independent and patient itself. So, despite despite not living with our parents, like we need to find a house and everything. It encourages us to be more matured enough, and I think that is my point.
Okay. I heard you are saying that handling with financial problem at young age can teach you on how to manage your money. Am I right?
Yes.
I think they have fewer financial resources to work with. They just started to establish their car in this range of age. At the end, they need to get the financial help from their parents or other resources. This problem will increase divorce problem.
So, okay, for that, financial problem is the biggest issue in marriage, not just for 18 years old to 24 years old by any marriage. So, handling the financial problem at young age teach you on how to manage your money instead of going for unnecessary things. For example, when we are single, we tend to buy unnecessary things like gadgets and everything, but when we get married, we need to think twice about that. We need to like because we need to divide our money between ourselves and our wife. So thus it can motivate us to feel more responsible to our family. Besides that, you can be more independent because you get a lot of experience while you are in young age. So I think that's it.
Okay, I see.
Could I say something here?
Yes.
I'm not sure I agree with your opinion or not, but I agree completely with the opinion of what Nancy said earlier, that they still haven't developed fully responsibility to handle for what they are doing and its consequences of what they are doing. Because they haven't matured enough yet, this shows that they have still a long way to go before they can get married. So I conclude that they should not get married earlier. Does anybody have anything to add?
Yes, I would like to add something here. Before this, I would like to ask Amiru, what is your opinion to their point?
From my opinion, I think I'm totally agree with what Ms. Nasi.
I see.
Okay, so do you mean that you agree with Husna? After we get married, we could learn how to become independent and financial better after get married, is it?
Sorry, but I couldn't understand what you said. Could you please specific?
I mean that, do you agree with Husna that she says that after get married, they can learn to become independent person, and they can learn how to manage their financial, is it?
So you are saying that we can also learn independent and manage our financial before marriage.
Do you agree with this?
Yes.
But in my opinion, I think that independent and financial we can learn before we get married. And if we do so, it will be better because we could give a better life to our family.
I would like to. I'm agree with what you said, but I think that they. I think that independent and managing the our financial is not the same in every situation, because we can also learn about to be independent and manage our financial before marriage and after marriage. Anytime we can learn about it, but the situation make it different, because when we are getting married, we have a family, so the independent become more like what we say, we have to be independent with our family too, and we have to manage our financial, like what Husna said before. We have to think twice when we are buying unnecessary item like gadget.
May I interrupt?
Yes.
Okay, I want to add something point. When we get married, about mature, right? It will comes naturally to us when we get married, mature, independent, and so on. And you are not just getting matured, but you learn to develop your skill in managing the family's conflict in your daily life. And matured is not just a ticket for marriage, but it is the first chapter of your life in marriage. So, does anyone have anything to add?
The last discussions on part 1, Wenjing, you are saying that married at age 30 and above is better because that's when you are secure with both your career and personal finances. I've got it right, haven't I?
Yes. Because in the range of age, we would have a stable jobs and stable income. So I think, in my opinion, it's better than another age lah, because stable family life, is it?
I see.
You mentioned about stable financial problem, am I right?
Yes.
So, don't you think that you said that 30 years old is the suitable age to get married? So, don't you think that isn't it too late to get married after 30 years old?
It may be late lah, but at least we have a stable financial, and it is better than we don't have a better don't have the income to let our children, our family have a normal daily spend.
Okay, I see.
Has anything to add?
No.
So we have go to the conclusion. So everyone has their own view on what is the suitable age for marriage. So the main point that the main factor that crucial in marriage is the person has to be ready in every aspect of their life. So it's not about the age, but whether they have ready or not. With that, thank you.